Sagittarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading. We're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and doing your tarots at the end. We're probably going to pull some cards, some tarots on your chakras as well, because there's loads going on at the moment. So let's just get straight to the chakras and see what's going on here. Okay, so this is the root chakra here is very solid at the top. And it's spreading, basically. You've got roots that are really spreading out, which gives you a lot of stability. There's a lot of feeling on. Okay, so it's knowing. This is where it's coming out. You know where you should be, and I'm not sure. Maybe you are. It's like you can see where you should be, but you're not there, sort of scenario. For others, if you're completely where you are, this is it. You are now spreading your connections far and wide and making a really solid case for where you should be. That's the paradox with Sagittarius, but also with Gemini. We get the same sort of paradox with you. And you tend to get it with full signs, actually. Capricorn as well, and also Cancer does this as well, where they live in this paradox where it's either working or it's just not working at all. And that's what it seems to be here within, if we're generalizing here for everybody. Let's just see what's going on your sacrum. Well, this is building up. It's not quite... I've seen already two signs that have got more, but within you, it's building up. It's this pressure that's building up, and I think it's your desires that are building up like a boiler in a way. And it's like, there's a lot of steam pressure building up within you at the moment. It's not quite ready to go, but it's definitely building up a lot of pressure there, and so you might be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Don't. There's no point. Just allow those desires to really just get to their full conclusion. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum and your solar plexus, sorry. Yeah, I think it is wide. It's lovely. It's beautiful. It's very encouraging. It's very warming. It's really nice. But at the same time, it's not sparking for you. It's sparking for everybody that is around you. So I would be wary of that and start sort of like funneling maybe a bit more sort of passion and determination into what you want out of life. In order to get the best out of that, it needs to be tightened a little bit, I think. Or you're just taking, this is for some of you, it could be a case of just sort of saying, do you know what, I'm taking time out from life at the moment. That's the sort of position that solar plexus is in. Yeah. So let's see what's going on in your heart chakra. Well, the direction is definitely, it's a little bit like your sacrum. The direction is definitely taking shape and taking form. It's very much in its early stages, but I think when it goes, it's going to go incredibly quick. For others, it's a long, consistent path. And I think for you, it's a case of building up at the side like that and then goes pop. And it's all of a sudden, it switches in and clicks into place. I think there's a lot of realization that needs to be happening this week, and realization within you. And you can't kid yourself. You can't kid yourself. We can all lie to ourselves if we so desire, but at the end of the day, we know we're lying to ourselves. You might be able to kid a lot of people around you as well, but you can't kid yourself. And I think this is what seems to be playing up through you at the moment. If you want your desires in life, you're going to have to, follow your heart at some point. You're going to have to allow your heart to be released. Rather than contained, because that's what it seems to be like. Okay, yeah. Shall we pull some cards on that? I think we should. I want to have a look at what's going on there, because it's an interesting formation actually of the heart chakra. It's definitely moving the collective wave through that magical March sort of scenario. That definitely just wants to come out. There might well be conflict, but it's also learning to be the higher self, and I think this is more a case of that, learning what your desires are and actually following them. I think that's what the main thing is. It's going to take some work here, and when you put the work in, you're going to be an expert at it. It seems that way. Yeah, concentrating on what you're doing. Don't get distracted. Be honest with yourself. Follow your heart's desires, basically. Third eye and throat chakra. Okay, that seems to be very, very stable. It's within line with the your sacrum as well. It's reasonably full. So therefore, you may have a lot of energy mentally at the moment to get things through, but you may not have the gumption or the physical side of it to actually do stuff. But there's a lot of ideas coming through, and this is where you shouldn't be lying to yourself at the moment. Seems like there's putting a lot of logic to your desires, basically, of how it can actually come forth and can happen. Okay, let's just see what's going on in your crown chakra. There's a birthing process that's happening there, and it's this consciousness that is building up through everybody, and it's certainly building up through you. And at some point, it will overflow that crown chakra and start connecting to everything that is around you. You're getting a similar sort of thing in your root, where as I say, your root is growing out, and they will come and meet each other at some point. So let's just see that's gradually building up in you. I think the main thing needs to be put into place is the realization of your desires and how you can follow that with your heart being your guide, basically. Let's just see what's happening here. There's a multitude of little realizations in the beginning part of the week, in the next few days. So with those, because there's a lot of little ones, it makes actually quite a big thing. But there is chronicles, sort of, there's steps in a way going up through your aura, and as it comes up to the latter stages within the week, it's not a realization, this is how it should. I think by the end of the week, I think you're going to realize this is how it should be. The question is how do I tell these people? How do I tell that person? How do I, do it, in the world? Well, not do it, but just how do I show the rest of the world that this is the path I'm taking? And there's no way round it. It's almost as if like you kind of going, I've got, if I don't breathe, I'm going to die. It's as simple as that. It's not a case of, there's no more choices in this whatsoever. It's more of a case of I've got to do that. And it may give you the sensation that you're a little bit blinkered about life as well. And that's not such a bad thing, I don't think. I don't think that's such a bad thing. I think that's quite a good thing for you at the moment. It's going to focus that solar plexus and get things really humdinging and rocking and rolling. Let's just see what's going on with your energies here, how that sort of, it's a little bit slow. It's still feeding the heart, but not particularly. It's almost as if like the solar plexus is taking a lot more, trying to feel what you feel more, trying to sense how you feel a little bit more at ease with everything that is around you. It's a pause moment this week in a way, and that pause moment allows you to realize, what you should be doing, following your dreams, following your following where you should be going and what you should be doing, basically. Let's get on to your tarot. So here we go. We've got the overall energies here. We've got the karmic path for your relationship side, your emotional sort of side of life. This is for your material side of life. Then how the universe influences you, how you guys influence you, and the overall outcome. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the overall energy for you. A bit of healing. As I said, I think it may be taking time out here. And as you do take time out, You're going to take stock of what is going on. And as you take stock of what is going on, that's going to sort of start fueling those sort of desires that are within you. See what the karmic path is within your relationship side. Being at one with everything that is around you, maybe. This is where, you know, your consciousness is going to start overflowing. Your karmic path is basically connecting with your higher self, the Two of Cups. And it could obviously mean falling in love, and that will be for some of you. And that could be meeting your other half, you know, your soulmate. But it is also a case of being at one with how you feel about the situation, about how you feel about yourself. You know, Page of Cups as well. So daydreaming a little bit, up in the air, working on plans. Pigs may fly, miracles can happen, and that seems to be blowing through on you know, on your sacrum more than anything else, and also within your third eye and your throat chakra as well. It's going to be building up a lot of possibilities within your life. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, very, very progressional. Your guides are although you might be taking a time out in life, there is some sort of celebration. There is some sort of continual sort of socializing with everyone that is around you. And that's what I saw on the heart, actually, funnily enough. I'm not sure whether I said it or not. When it was really thick on the outside, that's really sort of socializing. And it's going to flip out and just go and happen for you. And it's through socializing, and maybe that's connecting there and finding a particular love for you. But as you socialize and connect with other people that are around you, then yeah, it's possible that could bring in love for you. It's very, very possible even. But I think this is all to do with self-realization more than anything else, because we've got the Four of Swords there in the middle. It taints a lot of the cards that are around you afterwards. Yeah, walking away from a situation that's causing you conflict. This is where I sort of said, how am I going to tell these people? How am I going to tell this person, this is what I want, or this is what I got to do? It may be difficult for you to actually do that, but that's the thing that's blowing through your mind in a way. We're back to this excellent work, this good work that you should be doing on your material side of life, positioning yourself for what you should be doing in a very very professional manner. It's basically sort of saying to you, you know, to take time out, just get professional, just get into what you should be doing and where you should be going. Yeah, we got the Seven of Wands, so it's all about you. It's all about focusing and bringing that energy into that solar plexus. It's caught within a bubble, so she's in her meditation, and she's not actually really doing anything apart from centralizing her energies. And with that centralization, that is that solar plexus in waiting, basically, to burst onto the scenes. And it looks like it's gonna start bursting. This is where you've got to pick that direction and follow it. And this is where it ties into the heart, of following that heart's desire. And you're not going to be anybody's fool in this situation. You're not just going to follow another person gladly. You're going to follow your own path here within your material world. And as you do, you're going to be able to use that solar plexus in a very, very wise way, very intelligent, playing very smart over the situation. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles, nurturing your future. And this is what I'm saying. It's sort of like, you know, this person here is not sort of feeding it chemicals in order to sort of like and get the plant to grow out really quickly. It's nurturing it. It's feeding your energy. It's putting your energy into where you want to be, basically. And it may not necessarily, and this is where it grates a little bit with this side, it may not necessarily be the same place as people that you cherish around you. And that's the conundrum that you're taking time out of to sort of like get your head round. the Three of Pentacles, it's coming out for a lot of people. It's connecting with others, and I think this is that pathway that you're going to be, that heart's direction that you're going to be following, because you, with the work, the good, excellent work that you do, concentrating on your financial side of life, and the good, excellent work you do should be start to be combining with other people who do good, excellent work for you. You know, and it's that connecting with other people is going to almost like it's almost like a vacuum that's going to pull you in a direction without you having to put in too much effort. Once you start realizing that it's coming from you, that you can't kid yourself, and you've got to go ahead and do it, you're going to really start moving on. So the Empress card, so it is sort of like manifesting, sort of a lot of protection there going on. It's also the giving birth to a new way of being, connecting the body, mind, and soul, everything together. We got repeating of the Two of Cups as it goes through this. So it is here is much more sort of like an eternal marrying between the two. And as you notice, there's a lion's head there at the top, which comes from that lion that is giving you the support here on your financial side. This is probably where it's come out on this side. And this marrying of this two of your inner being is going to ignite that solar plexus energy that is within you. And it's going to come out like a blistering thing. We got the Six of Cups here. Now, the Six of Cups is all to do with the past. It may be that some people may sort of realize that, you know, that that you're on a good path, Sagittarius, and they're going to want to follow you. Or it may be a case of here of just sort of, you know, she's selling flowers within those cups. It's almost a sort of saying, this is the, you know, these are the, this is the fruit of my past, and I'm giving it to you because I'm moving on. And it's letting go maybe of the past. There may be an aspect of that and moving towards a much more solid sort of process, or much more sort of not solid, but sort of concrete and grounded future for you that you don't have to worry too much about, because you've done that excellent work. So there you go, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for being with us. Your support is everything for this channel, obviously. I will see you on Sunday for that special about the chakras. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.